What's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to test Cyberpunk 2077 on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Legion Go. And as you can see, there's actually hot swapping on the Legion Go opposed to the Nintendo Switch 2. So you can just eject your SD card and reinsert it and your library will appear accordingly. And I'm going to try out the Nintendo Switch 2 version first because we know that the processor in the Legion Go is more powerful, supposedly, than the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's check out the loading time first. Cool, that took about 20 seconds, not bad. And as you know, the Nintendo Switch 2 has a performance and quality mode. The quality mode plays at 1080p, 30 FPS, while performance is at 720p, 40 FPS. And right now I am in performance mode, and it's pretty smooth. I'm at the beginning where you need to go to the Ripper in order to get repaired. And just for kicks, let's put the Nintendo Switch 2 to sleep and see how long it takes to wake back up and to get right back into the game. About 1 second. Cool. Let's try the same thing with the Legion Go. It takes a little longer for sure, but see, right back into the game. Not bad. Able to select anything. And there's more talking in this game than probably Metal Gear Solid, so it's going to take a little while to get back into the open world. And it's running pretty smooth right now. It's about a solid 40 to 50 FPS. It feels like 50 FPS at times, or even 60. I do appreciate Cyberpunk 2077 mainly for its performance and fidelity. It's good that you can pick between the two. Let's see how well the loading time does on the Legion Go. Okay, that was very fast. Faster than the Nintendo Switch for sure. Alright, and it's running at 50 FPS. Alright, it's at 1080p. Very nice. And I'm pretty sure I can even go into SteamOS and stretch the screen size. Yep, there you go. Now it's at 16 by 10, 50 FPS in the open world. Pretty smooth, but it doesn't have VRR, so it won't be as smooth as the Nintendo Switch 2. But it's looking pretty good. And in terms of battery life on the Nintendo Switch 2, you can get around 2 hours and 27 minutes, which is not bad at all, especially if you're playing at quality mode 30 FPS, 1080p. And on the Legion Go at 14%, you get around 13 minutes left. So that's about 1 minute per percent. So you'll end up getting around an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. But in terms of quality and reliability on the Legion Go, since I'm plugging in a third-party charger, sometimes the FPS won't reach what it could on battery, and there will be some sound issues. But on the Nintendo Switch 2, no matter which charger I plug in, it seems to run just fine. But you're probably not going to need a charger as much on the Nintendo Switch 2 opposed to something like a Legion Go, because this battery is not as efficient as the battery in the Nintendo Switch 2 thanks to its low wattages. But of course you are getting the better resolution on the Legion Go, opposed to a 1080p screen on the Nintendo Switch 2, but there is better battery, better efficiency, the convenience is unmatched. Even though you can still detach the controllers on the Legion Go, on the Switch 2 that's also a lot more convenient and easy to do, as you can see. And now I'm going to test out both systems in docked mode. Definitely not as easy to dock the Legion Go for sure. And it doesn't seem like the Legion Go is docking. So let's try the Switch 2. And it seems like the Switch 2 docks just fine. Plays very well. Awesome. Alright, and back into handheld mode, no problem. And very similar to the Switch 2, the Legion Go needs a specific charger to make it work while docked. But since the Nintendo Switch 2 comes with a dock, you'll find it to be a lot more convenient to dock this because you know what you're going to dock it to. And the charger and the dock are both included with the Switch 2, obviously. But there's no dock included with the Legion Go, so docking something like Cyberpunk 2077 to your TV won't be as convenient, and sometimes you'll run into some compatibility issues. But SteamOS on the Legion Go makes it easy to just close the game whenever you want. And overall, obviously the convenience is more prevalent with the Nintendo Switch 2, plus you have the performance and the quality to boot. And for the final test, I'm going to show some gameplay with both the Legion Go and the Switch 2 side by side, just so you can see which looks better, and I'm going to switch between the performance and quality mode on the Switch 2 as well.
Detachable here. We must meet. Come to Tom's Diner.
Why would I do that?
Because I am the one who saved your life.
Haven't managed to get my head straight yet. Not after everything that happened.
That will not happen anytime soon. And so what? If you intend to leave, you must re-enter the ring. The bell has already tolled. Tom's Diner. I am waiting.
It's still going 50 FPS for some reason. Interesting. And the speakers are a lot lower on this. But that's been my comparison between the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Legion Go with Cyberpunk 2077. Obviously, the Legion Go is a lot bulkier and heavier than the Nintendo Switch 2, but I feel that the better port and just the all-around better experience is the Nintendo Switch 2. Well, because Cyberpunk 2077 was specially optimized for this handheld hybrid. And also switching between docked and handheld mode on the Switch 2 is a lot more convenient and tailor-made for the customer, while the Legion Go is more for the tinkerer and someone who could just do everything themselves, but you will get higher FPS and obviously higher resolution. Strangely enough, the FPS stays at 50, regardless of what resolution you set this game to. But if you set it to 1600p, you will get around 30. But that's 2K, so that explains a lot. Got some open world gameplay incoming, and right now I'm in quality mode. Okay, and the FPS seems to be very stable, even in the open world, and looks very nice in quality mode. Let's switch over to performance mode. It's even smoother in performance mode in the open world, very nice. Yeah, the VRR is definitely working hard right now. Let's call our car. Okay, I can see some FPS hitches here and there. Some stuttering, even though we have VRR on this display. But it's pretty smooth in performance mode. Now I'm going to switch back into quality mode. Okay, same FPS, better quality, sweet. It looks very nice and it plays very well. Similar to the Legion Go. Now I'm going to try out mouse mode. Okay, mouse mode still works very well here. And for some reason I'm being hunted by these guys automatically. And let's try mouse mode with SteamOS on the Legion Go. Okay, doesn't seem to work with SteamOS. Fantastic. So the mouse mode on the Nintendo Switch 2 is a lot more convenient to use because you just pretty much have to enable it in the settings of the game. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Cyberpunk 2077 on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Legion Go. Which do you prefer? And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later.